Bug bite. I just divided his weapon. Basically, what it was is it was his giant bazooka that can be split up into two parts. And I'm going to add that to the side on both sides. And this is where, it's going to get, like I said, insanely weaponized, ridiculously What's up, YouTube? It's Mr. Stan coming back at you, and today, boy oh boy, do we have a special surprise. It is now the Netflix Trilogy War on Cybertron spoiler box, the second one they've come out with. The first one, of course, being the Ultra Magnus. However, this is the second one, and I think pretty much everyone knows who's inside the box just by looking at the side artwork already. And I am really stoked about opening this box up, so let's get to it! Go right straight into the box, everyone, and as always, it actually kind of threw me off because in the beginning, when I saw this in the shop, I kind of actually thought it was Ultra Magnus. However, I did notice something different, which was, of course, when you look at the side, there you go, that's definitely not Ultra Magnus. So it kind of threw me off. I didn't realize that they were going to actually make a spoiler pack with this because I actually haven't kept up to date with many of the forums. But you can see from the side, there you go, there is that initial little sticker that they always put on things bought in, for Hasbro Asia, Hong Kong, Asia, Hasbro in general. If you see this and you have bought something online, it's coming from Hong Kong for sure, everyone. And you can see on the sides, we have probably some nice detailing on the box. It's like this nice kind of Cybertronian type of deal. There's a flap right here because basically it is going to open up one way from the side. You can actually probably peel off the tape and unravel the whole top if you want. But there you go, spoilers inside, contents inside, Netflix original series. You got some Cybertronian let's see, symbols on the top. I believe that can be decoded later on. And without further ado, let's go ahead and do the first unboxing. And I've already released the tape on the side. So once you open this, what you're going to see is right here. Check this out. Let's see it from the side of the box. Anything else? No, right there. But what you see right here is you see this black kind of, would say Play-Doh, dough, putty, I'm not quite sure. And buried inside are some types of special accessories, which we'll find out very soon. I'll go ahead and pull this off as well. And you can see there it is. There's the side from the box. I can actually unhook this, which is nice. I'll gently just go ahead and pry this open. So everyone should be taking a look and taking note when you get your box. It does look like this. Actually, is there some tape over here? I went ahead and removed the tape just now, and there it is right there. I'll go ahead and unseal this in just a moment, but I just want to go ahead and go straight to the contents first before I go through this little, you could say, black type of Cybertronian or whatnot they want to try to make it mimic as. Once I pull this out, here we are. You can see it. Wow. Let's see if I can pull it to the side. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to try to give you a better interpretation as best as possible because this is just really awesome. This is an awesome box. This is really an awesome box. Spoilers, of course, but then there's not much to spoil. There we go. There he is right there. And inside, we do have some of the, wow, we got two of the same, well, they give you two of the same paper this time for your little Hasbro warning. Anything else in the box? Nope. All right, we have the instruction set right here. I'll go ahead and lay the box down. And there it is. There he is. That is Nemesis right there, everyone. Hey, check it out. He's got one blast effect apart. I believe this is Slitherfang in a different color. I remember that Slitherfang is actually normally purple. So you have a special edition of Slitherfang. You got blasters right here. You got his main prime blaster right there as well. You got a sword. Also another, these right here, I think they attach to the trailer later on, and we'll see that more in depth in just a moment. On the top, there's a nice red Energon sword. And he does, just to let you know, he does come with the trailer. People have been asking, it doesn't come with a trailer, but it does. The other edition that came in the normal box did not. However, I don't actually have the other one. I just got this one. This is the first Nemesis Prime for the Trilogy War for Cybertron Trilogy that I have gotten. And without further ado, I think we can go ahead and, let me see, should we go ahead and just open it this way? Let's go ahead and, let's see, how do I peel this off? Let me find the best method and I'll peel it off in just a minute. Back into it. Sorry, I just got interrupted again from a colleague. Actually, I'm still at work right now. I'm still at work and doing these reviews. Hilarious, I know. You'll all find more about that in the future. However, there you go. There is a package right there, and you can see there are 3 Energon cubes inside. It's quite interesting. I'm assuming the reason why they did this for this gimmick is basically you could assume this is like a temple for Nemesis, and now he's been unearthed, and then these are his energy supply to get him back and kick started, possibly. Maybe that's what they wanted. Not quite sure, but it's quite interesting, and I just want to peel some more. So again, really, this is just black. This is, you could just say, black Play-Doh. I kind of thought it looked like shoe polish, black shoe polish, but it's just black Play-Doh, everyone, pretty much. And you can keep it for battle damage or whatnot. I might actually use it to maybe put around Nemesis later on. I have decided I might do that. This is actually pretty neat. Now, completely taken out of the box was his accessories. We're going to dive into some just quick reference here. There's an ion blaster. There's his, we call it Fangtron, that's what they call it, Fangtron, not Slither Fang like the other one, and we'll see a comparison in just a moment. There is his little, you could say they call it the trailer sword, I believe, the blast effect part. Then you've got his 3 Energon cubes, and you got also 2 sidearm blasters, and you've also got this right here that looks like a sword, but actually it's another, you could say, Minicon, or another partner of his that kind of resembles Laserbeak in a different way. It actually changed it to a sword. They called it was Giza, I believe that's correct. And there you have Nemesis right there standing up with his trailer on the side, and we're going to go in more detail right now. We're going to take a look at Nemesis himself, and first off, the one thing I would have to say I really loved is the fact that you can see right here in the windshield screen, I like that little Cybertronian, or you could say circuitry, the shading of this color right here, this kind of nice translucent red. This really looks pretty cool to me. I dig that a lot. Maybe some of you don't like it, but I really do. It makes him look more menacing. And then, of course, you got here on the side, you got his embedded Decepticon logo. Of course, he actually just does for himself, pretty much. I don't think he's really factioned. And there you have him in his sculpted head. This is virtually, you could say, the exact same mold as the Earthrise Optimus Prime or the Siege Optimus Prime. I'll show you a comparison in just a moment. But however, pretty much everything else is molded in black besides the other fine details. He moves and transforms pretty much going to be exactly the same. And just to show you off right off the bat, let me go ahead and bring out it's called the 3D shaded Optimus Prime, because actually I don't have the what is it? I don't have this Netflix special of Optimus Prime, because they actually came out one with Soundwave as well. But I do have this version, and again, like I mentioned, I wanted to get Nemesis because I actually don't have a trailer for Optimus Prime. I just only have this version right now, and you can see they are virtually identical as far as how they are molded. The only difference is, again, the colorations are different. And let's go ahead and bring over you can take a look. We got the Prime Brothers, sort of. You could say, well, there we go, Prime Brothers. Of course, again, I really just love the window shading on this. I mean, I love that. This detail is just really, really awesome looking. It's even better looking in person. You can tell right there, it just looks totally awesome. It looks like some really menacing circuitry in this guy. He's just probably like working on all sorts of diabolical ideas. But as far as everything else goes, it's virtually identical as far as the mold goes. They just basically pretty much did the different painting, and that's how it is. The transformation is going to be exactly the same. And of course, if you did actually have the trailer for Nemesis is probably going to be no different. And as far as, again, flexibility, in case you don't have either of these primes, pretty much you can see his rotation is just as solid as can be. Nothing is loose on this guy. He can do pretty much all sorts of acrobatic poses if you like, and then some, and still actually add a lot of different weaponry, which I will weaponize him in a moment. But just looking at him, it's just amazingly awesome. I am so glad I picked this up, and of course, being the first Nemesis Prime that I have for a Siege series, I think that's just really, this is a definitely must-have if you don't have a Nemesis Prime yet. The trailer, this is going to be, again, I'm pretty sure it's going to be very much identical to the Optimus Prime trailer that comes with the War on Cybertron Siege version. If you have it, you can link a comment below to let me know if there's any differences. However, I do believe they're the same, except for, again, the coloration. Insignia, of course, is Decepticon. On the back, you have his kickstand right there, so it allows him to basically stand properly up. He's got his 4 wheels right there, rolling quite nicely. Some indentures right here. I'm not sure if that was supposed to be, maybe later on in the future they want to put some additional parts that slides in here, maybe make it into a base mode, I'm not sure. And basically the trailer opens up like this. slides out like this. You can actually remove parts of it, which right here, this can be removed. This can act as a shield from what I saw from the instructions and with other poses, similar to the Optimus Prime War on Cybertron, the Siege version. And there you go. There is his components right here that can also open up. This also, from what I understand, can also pop open. You can actually slide this out. This detaches because this supposedly can be detached and put on Optimus Prime's back. Again, this is one of the reasons why I wanted to get this pack, because again, I don't have this trailer for the normal Optimus Prime, and you can see from here all black, but it's again the same exact mold, just a different coloring. Everything is going to be pretty much the same if you have the Earthrise Optimus Prime or the Siege Optimus Prime. They're both the same if you have the one with the trailer. No difference whatsoever. I remember in a lot of photos we've seen, you can see that they have it in this kind of like repair mode. If you have even the what is it, the dead Optimus Prime or the sleep mode Optimus Prime, again, same exact thing. Actually, I've yet to pick him up. I might consider picking that guy up, because that would actually be a good addition as well. You'll have like the 3 variations of Prime. To his accessories, here you have his sidearm blasters. These are actually pretty cool. These twin blasters right here, which I know that they're basically attached to his sidearm, and they can probably be attached, of course, to the trailer as well, which we'll probably look at later on. Here's his ion blaster, the main Prime weapon. Pretty much very simplistic, nothing too extravagant, but the shape is for itself. It looks, you know, it's iconic in the way that it's Prime's, you know, it's Prime's gun. We know how Prime uses guns all the time. And of course, you have, again, we have here his sword. You could say they call it the trailer sword, I believe, and it's got a nice, you could say, gloss to it on the red. Of course, I actually preferred if it would have actually had the same color as the Energon cubes, would have been awesome, or the blast effect part. But the red is still okay. The red is still all right, not too bad. There we have again 3 Energon cubes, 1, 2, 3, that came out of the. This pretty much came out of that black Play-Doh that you just saw, and the Energon cubes are pretty good. That's definitely food for thought, or fuel for thought, if you want to put it in Energon terms. And last, we have this one here, the blast effect part. Quite different from the other blast effect part, as in, again, it's in this like sort of like pinkish translucent coloring. And one more thing is, this in the beginning, I actually didn't realize it was, I thought it is actually, you could say, a type of another sword, but if you look at it, there's the head. They call this Giza, I could be incorrect, I think it's Giza. This is another, you could say, a type of companion for Nemesis, similar to what Soundwave has. However, he transforms into a sword, and then his robot form, or his main form, should be the bird. So you're going to open this up, and then you're going to slide in between, and these 2 blades act as his wings, and then you're going to rotate it down, like so, and then flip it back, and there you go. There he is. This is called Giza. This is a side companion. The only thing I think they should have done, they should have actually had two legs right here, because when you try to prop him up like this, he kind of, yeah, he doesn't stand properly, not like Laserbeak. Nice gimmick though. I don't know how he plays later on in the series if they do bring this guy out for Nemesis, but yeah, it's nice, interesting. I think they could have made the wings fold in as well, because it just doesn't look right with that huge extension of wings. Just in my opinion, I thought that they could have like fold in, make it a little bit shorter, make it a little bit more like a, you know, like a side companion towards Laserbeak. And of course, finally, we have ourselves, they call it Fangtron. Instead of saying Slither Fang, which I'll show you in a moment, Slither Fang, they call this Fangtron. And as you know, this right here, I believe, is going to be his companion. However, let's go ahead and bring Slither Fang. This is virtually the same exact mold. And you can see Slitherfang, of course, with the translucent purple, and this one is a solid color using black and pink. Virtually the same exact mold. The only difference is the coloration is different, and the blast effect part, of course, coloration is different. So these actually were supposed to be put in the back. Slitherfang, as you know from what they have read, this is supposed to be affiliated with the Quintessence. And this one here, we know now, is affiliated with Nemesis Prime. He pretty much goes inside the trailer, just like Roller goes in the trailer with Optimus Prime. And for the quick transformation with him, if you wanted to change him to the shield, just go ahead and remove the blast effect part. You're going to go ahead and fold his head up. Then you're going to go ahead and lift this part right here, go straight up, and then basically you can see these are going to go ahead and peg right here onto the side, and just like that. And then you have this part right here, which is the hinge. Let's go ahead and have a hinge right there. There's a hinge right there, which is going to go and peg into a Nemesis Prime arm, and it acts immediately as a shield, or even as you can say, put the blast effect part right there, and it's going to be a blast effect shield. There, right there. Add some weapons to him, and you'll see later more weaponization in his truck form. But we're going to go ahead and just add the weapons. First, we can just go ahead and add this right here. That's Giza, actually transform into a sword. You can actually add the blaster as well. Depends on where you want. These can be mixed and matched as long as you find the pegs. And again, you're going to see some insane weaponizations later on. You can put the sword in the back. Both weapons can be actually put in the back. This can actually put on the side. Is fine. It's completely fine right there. Well, maybe not. Maybe it can actually go on the shoulder. There we go. Go on the shoulder if you like. And of course, you can get a shield. Here's a shielding right here from Fangor. Fangtron. Not Slizor, but Fangtron, right? Let me go ahead and just pull this out again. And we can just add this as a shield. There we go. Oop, I think a sword just came out. We can add 2 swords. Let's just do this way. Let's just add both swords right here to the hand. Now, don't forget, he's also got the twin blasters that actually go on the side as well. So we got these right here. These actually are meant to be put on the side right over here on the side like so, if you want. And then if you're going to do that, you're going to need to replace this one and put them on the side right here. So he's got actually 2 hand blasters. And don't forget the trailer. Okay, the trailer does detach. So the trailer detaches. If you want to add this as another shield, also okay. Also, don't forget the other part right here. This is meant to go into the back as well, so you can actually put it in the back right here like this, and he can basically, there you go, you can have like, wow, you can just have like so many ridiculous combinations of weaponry. As long as they fit in the pegs, he's totally good to go. And it's just like, wow, he's just, again, like I said, later you're going to see some insane weaponry when I put him into truck mode. To his transformation, now there's multiple ways to transform him actually. I'm going to take that off, and basically I'm just going to go ahead and show you how I usually transform him. So if you do have the Optimus Prime Earthrise or Siege, you're going to be able to transform him no problems, because virtually, again, this is the same mold. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is basically I'm going to go ahead and open this flap right over here on the back, pull this and extend it all the way up. Then I'm going to go ahead and open up his chest piece like so, like this, okay? It's going to bend his arms back, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend his arms like this, just like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and here on the legs, we want to reverse these around. And you're going to go ahead and pull this down. These are his feet. Clench the feet like so, and then go ahead and open this flap. Let's go ahead and see if we can open this flap right here. Okay, so these side flaps here on the on the legs, you have the wheels, and what you want to do is you want to rotate the wheels all the way to the other side like this. All right, so go ahead and rotate them all the way over like this. All right, and basically after that, you're going to go ahead and bring his back down. All right, so that he's got this kind of like layered mode. It's a lot different from how you would transform like the MP series Masterpiece, but this actually works pretty effectively. Next thing you want to do is you want to go ahead and pull these wheels down like this, all the way down, okay? And don't bring them up yet, but just go ahead and pull them down. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. Let's go ahead and get this wheel down. There we go, all the way down. So you're going to get the wheels sort of like this because you're going to have to put them in later. Next, let's go ahead and fold his head inside like that. Okay, keep the chest part open. Next, you want to go ahead and bend. All right, let's go ahead and fix this to this angle right here. You're going to go ahead and basically pull these out, these flaps right here, raise this flap up as well, because later you need to go ahead and peg. Go ahead and raise the back as well and pull it forward. And sorry, one more thing is you want to swerve this, actually rotate it around like this, all right, so that you see this front. The front's got to go in the front of Nemesis. And we're going to go ahead and put these arms in the back and go ahead and fold his arm in. There we go. We're going to go ahead and fold his arm in like this. His fists are okay because they're going to be covered up with flaps anyway. So don't worry if you still see this part. He's going to go inside just like that. All right. So there we go. And then the other side, do the exact same thing. Make sure that you pull the flaps out and pull these flaps out. And then basically go ahead and corner and turn his shoulder, his arm shoulder, and insert the hand. Also make sure that the smoke pipes are actually out in through the side. So let me go ahead and do this to this part. Put this in. Okay, there we go. You're gonna hear some nice snaps. Actually, it is a fairly simple transformation, to be honest. Also from the top here, go ahead and pull these out. Pull the front disc, or you can say the bumper in the front. Pull that out. Also, after that, don't close the windows just yet. Raise this down. All right. Legs brought back up. And then from here in the legs, don't forget to pull these tabs up over here. There's 2 tabs right here that need to be flipped up just like this, because this is where you're going to have to put the trailer in. Snap these together, okay? And let's go ahead and pull that in. All right, good. All right, sounds good. Okay, make sure you hear the snaps when you pull them in as well. All right, let me go ahead and pull this. And then pull this all the way down, okay? This goes all the way down to this side. You can actually start to begin to close the windows. All right, that snaps in. This goes in here on the side. This brings it forward, okay? And the same thing, just make sure you peg everything in. Now you can snap the wheels back into place and go ahead and lock these 2 legs in together, all right? Just like that, all right? And then you're going to bring these flaps up, okay? And these are going to go and peg into the side right here, the side holes. So we're going to go ahead and peg this in, okay? Making sure that everything is nice and tight and secure. Okay, oh, one more thing I forgot to mention here. Actually, you got to fold this in. This will peg into this side. There we go. And there you have it. It's actually a quick transformation. I am actually, you know, I definitely think this version, this Optimus Prime, I was kind of like in the beginning, I thought, is it going to be like those type of movie style, the Bayverse Transformers? But the transformation is pretty simple. Actually, I'm quite pleased about that. The siege line for many of the Transformers so far, it's actually quite easy. What I noticed as a difference is when I looked on the web at the other version of Nemesis Prime, the insignia color is different. This is the original Decepticon purple. I believe the other one has a more turquoise, and I believe the coloration for the Nemesis Prime for the first version, I think it's Earthrise or Siege, you guys can leave a comment below, it is actually turquoise green. All this is green lining, and I believe there's a lot of green lining from what I saw from the photo. I don't have it, but if in aspect, I actually kind of prefer this color. I just really think this looks amazingly awesome. Everything from this detailing is just quite top-notch, especially for a Hasbro figure. Of course, it's a special Netflix spoiler box, but they really did a good job. And after the past couple of figures that I saw exclusive, like the Maverick and the Gigawatt, I gotta say, hands down, you'll definitely want to spend your money, even though it's a bit pricier for this one. Trust me, you really want to have this if you can get a hold of it. I do believe in the future it'll be very sought after, simply because of looking at the detailing and the fact that it comes with a trailer truck. So here you can see the peg right here on the end. You can just basically insert the peg trailer truck right there. Nice smooth turn, and yeah, rolls incredibly nice. It's just, there it is. You got yourself a Nemesis Prime right there. And let me go ahead and show you there in comparison with the Optimus, who's also transformed. I'll go ahead and bring down the camera a bit. You can take a look, virtually identical except for the coloration, and that's pretty much it. And like I said, I wanted this guy because I needed the trailer truck, but let's take a look. Whoop, actually I didn't put Optimus's flaps down. Let me go and do that real quick. Open up this side and put him in. There we go. And again, identical, virtually the same, because basically both can actually hold the trailer truck, everything from the front to the sides. Absolutely identical, again, except for the color scheme. All right, now here's where things get interesting, but also insanely wild. And when I mean wild, you're going to see in just a moment. In fact, the instructions itself for Nemesis, if you look over here, you can see all it calls for is to put his blaster on the top, and it's like, wait a second here. I'm going to put the blaster on the top. There's his blaster right here. I'm going to just stick it right here. What fun is that? Well, he's got one gun right there. That ain't going to do much. That ain't going to take out anything. So I'm going to do a little bit of mix and matching here, and I'm going to start off here with using these 2 weapons, and these are basically from the Optimus Prime Galaxy Convoy Siege, and I'm going to stick them right here on the slots right here. So that's going to give it a nice, very interesting look. So now you got two cannons right here on the side. You know, that really works well. And on top of that, I'm going to go ahead and put in his side cannons that came with him. These now can actually be attached. Before, you couldn't actually put it because the actual peg right here, let me take a look. This peg right here was a bit too small, but now, since you've got this actually curvature out here, they can fit nicely right on the side. And just, geez, look at that. This is just like, wow, I'm going to just arm this guy to the teeth. I'm going to arm this guy to like no end. So we got those 2 straightened right there. Now, let's go ahead and take, for example, that you have bought the Centurion drone, which I have right here. This is Centurion drone, and as you know, he comes with the accessorizer pack. However, I'm going to actually use parts of the Centurion drone. I'm going to go ahead and take off his arms, and we're going to just go ahead and use these right here. And I'm going to give Nemesis here some bulk. So we're going to go ahead and add this right here. Just take a look right here. There's the arm phase. Let's see if I can get a better focus. Focus. There we go. Focus back in. Sorry about that, everyone. So we got tank tracks on the back. So I'm going to go ahead and add this into the side. So here we go. Add this into the side. And basically now you're going to see that's the extension of Nemesis right there with some additional tank tracks in case he wants to get a bit more off-road, or you want to get versatile, you want to go up that mountain. There you go. Attachment is just amazing right there. Excellent attachment on the side. Now, we're not going to stop right there, you all. Check this out. So now, I'm going to take his iron blaster. I'll do what he did. Yeah, okay, I'll follow the instructions. I'll put the blaster right there. And I'm also going to go ahead and take the other Optimus Prime blaster. So we got 2 blasters just on the top, just like this, right over here on the side. Okay, or you know what? Scratch that. I'm gonna put those here. Actually, you know what I'm gonna put this? I'm gonna put this on the tank tracks. Forget about that. Forget about that. I'm gonna put them down here on Centurion Drone. All right, so I'm gonna peg these right here on the side. So I'm gonna peg these in. This is just insanely ridiculous. Basically, you can see right now. I'm gonna peg them right there on the bottom. There we go. We got like flat cannons. We got 2 blasters. This is just, oh my goodness. And guess what? There's an additional peg again. Check it out now. We're going to go ahead and add the weapon here from the Bug Bite. I just divided his weapon. Basically, what it was is it was his giant bazooka that can be split up into 2 parts. And I'm going to add that to the side on both sides. And this is where, you know, it's going to get, like I said, insanely weaponized, ridiculously weaponized, crazy weaponized. And of course, check, we still got 2 slots on the top to mess around with. I think for this one, I'm going to go with, okay, I might just take around the accessory pack from the Centurion Drone. I'm going to use the main Optimus Prime blaster and put it right there. And I'm going to side panel that with the other accessory, which is the Megatron gun right here. Oh, okay. And yeah, just to kick it off even more, one more thing. If you did get the accessorizer pack, you got Trailbreaker's satellite dish right there. I can add that in the back. And I can actually put 2 more of Centurion Drone's blasters on the side right here to give it some nice flair. So I'll just put them out like that. And there you go. That is incredibly a fully decked out Nemesis Prime, and obviously you can do the same thing with all of these for the Optimus Prime if you don't have Nemesis Prime. I'm just pointing out something that probably everybody already has done already. I just wanted to show you my interpretation of how to, well, just kill the competition. No, what's going on? There's a fight going on between Megatron and Optimus. What's going on? Why are they? Hey, what is that? It's a fresh batch of Energon. Energon is precious. It's stuck in that black gunk that we just got out of that new Netflix spoiler pack that I can finally find a use for. Oh no, what's happening? Oh wait, I hear something. Something's gonna happen. Hold on. Oh no. It's like both Optimus and Megatron are totally out. What had happened with that explosion just now while they were fighting over that Energon? Wait, what is this? Hey, there's baby. It's a baby Nemesis Prime. Cosby Nemesis Prime. Wait, there's MP Nemesis Prime. And hey, what is that? That's another Nemesis Prime. And wait, and behind them, that's another Nemesis Prime that hasn't even been taken out of the box. But wait, oh my goodness. That is Siege Nemesis Prime, totally decked out. Check out those weaponry. Look at those weapons all over. From, wow, he is armed to the teeth. Check out all of those weaponry around this Nemesis Prime. I bet you he's got nothing that can stop this guy. Check it out. Ka-chow.
Game over. What are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do? Maybe we could build a fire, sing a couple of songs.
Hey everyone, and thanks for watching our review. I hope you all like it. I gotta say, overall in the end, this is by far one of the best Siege characters you could probably get for value for the money. I mean, there's a couple others, but this one is a really good one. I honestly think that you should definitely get this Netflix box if you can find it at the right price. Of course, you know, you should get it as early as possible before the price starts to increase. I do believe this is one that's going to increase. You're getting so many different things besides just the trailer. You get additional weapons, okay? You get exclusive items like Fangtron, okay? You even get that new Giza, which is not that great, but still it's a nice addition that looks kind of like his like sidekick, kind of like Soundwave and Laserbeak. Again, it's so accessorizing in weaponry. It's just totally amazing in this. It blows me away. You could see what I was doing. I was really having a lot of fun trying to think of different options and different methods that I could just add-on firepower. I mean, really, just massive firepower. The first Netflix spoiler box was definitely an easy pass simply because it just didn't seem to have that much special things with it. And honestly, because they killed off the character Ultra Magnus early on, it just wasn't that appealing to the whole audience to just get this spoiler box. I think if anything, they should have made the first spoiler box with something like even RC or even Chromia or maybe one of the female Autobots, or even just anything but just, making a spoiler box with some character you're going to kill off. Again, I would highly recommend getting this. And of course, if you don't want to get it, that's completely fine. For myself, I'm so happy that I can get this one and show a review to you all. So, alright, so that is going to be it. I hope you all liked it again. And please, if you haven't subscribed and you want to see more of this kind of content, and you want to see more mashups or whatever, please hit that subscribe button and give this a thumbs up. Until then, I'll see you all on the next video.